Hey guys, welcome back. Tisha here, back with the final episode review for Sister Wives Season 12. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is yet another throwaway episode, but I decided that I'm gonna make up for the foolishness of this episode and respond to some of their statements. Okay, so there's things that were said that I kind of went a little, ranting on as far as my notes are concerned. And then there's things that were said that we're not going to talk about at all because we've talked about it before. But if there's something that I missed that you want to talk about, do me a favor and put it down in the comment section below. I'm sorry that you're a little slanted. I'm just realizing it. And it's kind of annoying me though. Still feel slanted. Anyways, sorry for the slant. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I want to make sure that you get this. For those of you that are on time, happy Friday. We did it. Okay, let's begin. So, Cody let us know that he does take some wives on the same dates, and he does hide sometimes whether or not he's already seen a movie or done something in particular with another wife. I feel like this was, a pointless conversation, but, the viewer asked, do you repeat dates and things of that nature? So here we are. But Robin lets us know that she thinks that Cody has specific things that he likes to do with each wife. I do not understand why the person who's been in the relationship with Cody and this family for the least amount of time always seems to feel the need to speak up for the bald eagle. Let him speak for himself. After all, he's the one that's supposedly supposed to be over this family. And the question was directed to him. She tells us that she designed a date basket for each of the sister wives because she knows which dates work best for them. And they show us flashbacks of the time where he took Mary skiing and things of that nature. And it halfway makes me want to know, which dates did you do this for? Because why the hell are you doing that for him? She over inserts herself in every aspect and in every way. And if I was one of the wives, this would get on my nerves. You come into a family fresh out of an unsuccessful monogamous marriage with your broke self, your 3 kids, and your cookie. And yet you sit here and you talk and you act like you're the expert in all things that are polygamy and marriage, and it gets on my nerves. Now, I'm not saying that people can't get divorced and get remarried again and have successful marriages. That's not what I'm saying. But she acts like she's the polygamous guru and she just knows everything when she's never truly experienced polygamy because her mom wasn't in a household with any other wives or living directly next to them. Half of the time, they didn't even see each other. But she's the expert. Got it. So the next question is, if you could go back in time and keep your life private, would you? We get flashbacks of the various things. And in this particular one flashback that I want to talk about, you see reporters that are outside filming the house. They're saying reporters are outside and they're filming. Then you hear the kids saying they're outside filming. And then they like to point out, well, Christine did in this particular episode, that the kids were the ones that first pointed out that the reporters were outside filming. Okay, if that's what you want to say. I don't really believe that, but whatever. Janelle says that the benefits of them going public far outweigh whatever sacrifices or changes that they had to make, that she gave up a lot of who she was when they decided to be private, which means when she became a part of a plural lifestyle, and she has no desire to go back into hiding. Christine points out that she loves being a wife and that she loves the fact that she can just be out with Cody and that her kids can now claim one another as siblings. The fact that you couldn't even say that that's my sister is insane, because you have people who aren't married at all who have the same siblings and they're around the same age and they have different moms. But I just guess this is, things that you have to think about when you are a polygamist. So Christine says she loves being a wife. Robin then lets us know that she would do it again too if she had a chance to. And she goes on this whole tangent. For Robin, who never had to hide her polygamous relationship, to talk about how she is glad that they decided to go public as polygamous because she doesn't have to hide her marriage, the same person who actually now has the legal marriage, is infuriating to me. Bird, you didn't have to hide your relationship with Cody the way the other wives did, so I wish you would shut up in this segment. Both her and Cody agree that despite having everybody in their business, at least they can be who they are. I want to know, who are they? Who are they? And why did the bird feel the need to comment in this situation? Because you never experienced hiding as being married to Cody. Now, maybe you had to hide when you were a kid, but as an adult, you didn't have to hide. And you didn't know what it felt like to be in hiding while with the Browns. Mary says she's glad that they don't have to remember what lie they told to what person anymore, because as a result of that, she found herself trying to remember what she said to who, and it made them always on guard. Christine is just happy that she's no longer living in fear. She says that she didn't even realize that she was living in fear until one day when she wasn't in fear anymore. She said they grew up being in fear and being taught that, monogamy and people who were monogamous were not safe. And she's so glad that her children don't have to, be raised like that. And I agree. They don't have to be that way now. But at one point, before they decided to go public, they did cause their children to be in fear. And after they went public, they caused their children to be in fear. And after they did various things as far as this show is concerned, they caused their children to be in fear. So maybe it's not on the same level, but it was something that they actively did at various points. We witnessed it. And you all can tell me your opinions down below. So we get the question to, why is there never one wife and multiple husbands? And the bald eagle, because Christine's ready to answer it, asked Christine if she could answer the question intellectually. Yes, he did. He has a nerve when he's never answered anything intellectually. And that was rude of him to say. Christine says, okay, you want to know why? It's because men are too much work. And I don't know about all men, but I know that hers really is. Cody is an attention-seeking whore. Sorry, I'm going there today. One of the things that he needs is a constant massaging of his ego. And having 4 wives, the way that it looks to other people, the men saying, oh yeah, kudos to you, have 4 wives, is a great way to make his ego grow. The way that Robin and her kids came into the family and they immediately started calling him dad. The way that she stopped everything to make a routine for them and made their life the honeymoon life. The way that anything that he said went, it all was towards his ego. Cody needs to feel like he is in control. And that is part of the reason why I feel like him and Mary bumped heads. And I feel like him and Christine later bumped heads, because if you go against him, there's a problem. Look at what's happening now with Janelle. Janelle didn't agree with him when it came to the COVID rules. And as a result, he had a problem with her too. You go against Cody, you're gone. You go against his rules, you're gone. You don't make him feel like he is the king, it's a problem. The question is asked of Cody, if you wanted to have a 5th wife, would you have to get permission first? He says, yes. If I wanted to do that, I would have to get permission. Let's be clear, though. I don't think Cody ever wanted polygamy, at least not for the right reasons. I feel like because there are so many different variations of polygamy, and in this instance, the Browns have kind of left their church, they are not held accountable to anyone. And in my opinion, that is very dangerous. That is dangerous when you're dealing with someone like Cody, who is very much ego-driven, who has a lot of characteristics of someone who is a narcissist. He has a lot of narcissistic tendencies. and he's exhibited them for years. The people who I associate with are going to let me know when I'm wrong. That means my friends, my family, my therapist, even you guys, my YouTube family. That is my expectation. My expectation is that you check me. Now watch how you check me. But if you don't agree, tell me you don't agree. We can have a dialogue and figure out what's what, but don't just let me run over top of you. Good people, people that actually have a conscience and care about others, do not move the way that Cody has moved with his family and these wives. And he's surrounded by some not so good people, in my opinion. The men that he calls his friends and stuff that like that are included, from what I can tell, okay? For you to sit here and act the way that you act, and the men a lot in polygamy, to me, it seems that they have this tendency to use these women up and then toss them to the side. And Cody is a perfect example of that. He was tired of his older wives, and what did he do? He went and got him a little shiny penny, the little diesel model that was slim and thin, because he doesn't like thick girls, despite what he says. And that was Robin, right? The bird. When he needs money and he needed a home, he went with Janelle. When he wanted status and notoriety, he went with Christine. When he wanted love, he went with Robin. When he wanted polygamy, he went with Mary. He puts Mary to the side because he no longer wants her, because he's happy with what he has. Then he gets to the point where he has another objective, and he wants to make sure that he gets those properties from those wives, takes what they have with their names on it, moves them to Flagstaff just for them to rent. And what does he need from them again? He needs money. So what does he do? He lies to Mary, tells Mary that there's a possibility that they can reconcile, just so he can make sure that he gets that money. Then he goes to Janelle and he gets that money. So he uses these women and his children over and over and over again, and then tosses them to the side. So Janelle says, let me get back to the question. In our culture, guys just don't go out cruising for chicks. Christine adds, and if they do, they are frowned upon, and you refuse those men, that's slimy, and in some cases, they're even shunned. So as I hear her saying this, I said, okay, so y'all married a slimy man. The rule is, before anyone approaches Cody, that they are supposed to get the approval of the wives first. Meaning, before any woman talks to Cody, tells Cody how they feel, tells Cody they got a testimony or a spiritual witness or whatever the terminology that they like to use, he is supposed to get okayed from his wife, as are those ladies. So my question to you all is, and y'all tell me what you think down below, why did that go out of the window with the addition of both Janelle and Robin? It's clear that isn't what happened. For those of you who did not, listen to the chapter read, let me fill you in. Cody and Janelle started seeing each other before Mary even knew about it. Janelle was meeting up with him to get help looking for jobs. They were having lunch dates together without Mary being present and without Mary's knowledge. They were doing this behind her back. So miss me with the crap about Mary not liking her because of some daggone dirty dishes and an unorganized kitchen, or because she didn't fold things properly or whatever else. No matter how much they try to gloss over it and skim past it real quick and act like it was a little blip on the radar, at one point Janelle was married to Mary's brother. I repeat, for those of you in the back, she was married to Mary's brother. Despite them breaking up, Janelle decided that she liked his family, and as a result, and I like Janelle, but I'm going to call it like I see it, some of y'all might be upset, she latched on to his family the same way she eventually latched on to Cody's family. That's how they were friends. They were friends because of Mary's brother. Janelle and her then husband, Mary's brother, were at Cody and Mary's wedding together. They like to show us that picture of everybody. Well, besides Janelle, but TLC conveniently cuts it off most of the time, was Mary's brother. Janelle admitted in the book that when she first saw Cody, she was attracted to Cody. Why do you think that Cody always makes reference to how attracted Janelle is to him? Then on top of that, she decides that she's going to get married to this man who she didn't originally let his wife know she was even interested in him. And when she decides that she's going to get married, she originally wants her wedding day to be on Mary's birthday. Cody's mom is the one that convinced them to spread it out a little bit so that it wasn't on her birthday. Then she likes to say that something stirred in her when she first met Cody, when she was introduced, to him, and Mary let her know that that was her boyfriend. I'm going to tell y'all what that was. It's called attraction. It's the same thing that gets stirred up in me when my man comes and he has a fresh lineup. It's something about after that trip to the barber that you're like, oh, hey. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ladies, gentlemen, when your girl goes to the salon, when your man goes to the barber, wherever it is that you go to, jazz yourself up, when you got fresh eyebrows, all that other stuff, there's something different. There's a different confidence that you have after you just finished getting pampered. And, it's attractive. But anyways, let me get back to my notes. So out of all the different faiths that there were, Janelle chose to be curious about this one. Her words, not mine. And she just so happens to pick the one that Cody and Mary are in, because she thought it was cool to hang out with polygamous people. Cody and Robin started seeing each other before Christine. Janelle and even possibly Mary knew. They said it in the book. Mary even allowed that man to dance with Robin despite her sister wives not even knowing that Robin was somebody that they saw at any point, or knowing that Robin was on the prowl. I got another one. You guys remember when Christine told us about the lady that Cody was supposed to be courting? Now, she said it in a tell-all with Tamarin, but I had to come back to this section because she said it again in this episode with the questions that were being asked. 17 minutes into the show, matter of fact, I got the note here. So 18 years ago, a woman who was interested in being a part of the family was talking to Cody. Christine did not like that she kept calling and talking to him, nor did Mary, without having the approval of the wives. I want to know if Cody did not know about the approval, because he's sitting there like, we all did wrong, all smug and whatnot. So on this particular day that she called, Mary had answered the phone and she asked to speak to Cody. So Mary, who we get told over and over again is the aggressive one, is the tyrant, is the one that's not safe, didn't know what to say to the lady despite not wanting Cody to talk to her, because she said that, we told her before that, she didn't get our approval, all those other things. So Mary goes to hand the phone over to Cody, and then she tells Christine about what's going on. It should have never reached to the point where Christine would feel the need to have to handle this situation, especially if they said no. Cody should have been entertaining the woman. So she lets Cody know how she felt about it, as did Mary, if I'm correct. So Christine goes over while Cody's talking on the phone to the girl, grabs the phone out of Cody's hand, and says on the phone, "You made a big mistake. You were supposed to go through me." And Janelle's like, "You said it like that?" And she says, "Yes, I said it like that." She says, "Goodbye. This is over." Cody says, "It wasn't handled right by any of us." it wasn't handled right by your husband, because as you all said, he's not supposed to be doing any of the recruiting or anything like that. Y'all are supposed to be doing it. But yet here he is not following the rules, because if you didn't like her, then why is she there? Now let's talk about Robin. Christine says that she never did this to Robin. And Robin says, yeah, because I got your guys' approval first. No, you didn't. They didn't know about you. Y'all had danced. Y'all had hung out at a party at the friend's house. Y'all had did all these other things before Christine even met Robin or talked to Robin. That's one of the things that she said in the book. And she also talked about it on the show. So you want to try that again? Yet here in this moment, Robin is lying. Robin says a woman will feel inspiration and she will just start kind of looking into the family. So I said, oh, okay, Robin, you just told on yourself. The bird's inspiration was the check that she knew that the Browns were going to get from doing this show, because they had already announced to the church that they attended that they were going to be doing this show. Anyways, Cody finishes up the question by saying, like, he doesn't plan on adding a fifth wife. He's 50 years old. There's no point in it. He doesn't even feel like he's going to have any more children. So there's no purpose in it. Okay. We find out that Robin has a bin full of possible Christmas gifts. Well, not Christmas gifts, gifts at all times. She has a dresser full of bags. So somebody asks, like, you know, y'all must give a lot of presents having so many people in the family. And she's like, yeah, we do. And I got these. Don't give me no pre-bought gift that wasn't designed for me. I'm not that person. You can keep it yourself. Robin saying that she has a dresser, not a bag, because I got like a little Tupperware container that's full of gift bags. But she has a dresser full of gift bags. Lets me know she's a hoarder. She is. And for those of you who may have a lot of that, I'm not calling y'all hoarders. I'm calling her a hoarder because I don't like her. The rest of you, it's just that you have a lot of things. So the next question is asked, what if your kids wanted to marry someone that had 10 wives? Cody says he doesn't like the idea of it. It sounds excessive. 10 is too large of a number and it just sounds ridiculous. You got to be a jackwagon to have that many people. All the wives say that they would be concerned. Then the question of, do you want your kids to be polygamous comes up. Robin says that she thinks sometimes that it would have made a difference if they didn't move. So she's like, if we would have stayed in Utah and they could have still been a part of our church and they could have, you know, been around other polygamous families, I think that more of them would be polygamous. And I have to say, you don't know the kids. It wouldn't have made any difference. The only person who was really adamant about being a polygamist and wanting to be a part of the church and wanting to stay there and go to school there in the beginning was Leon. Aspen said that, you know, she was undecided. Sometimes she was leaning towards it. Sometimes she was leaning against it. A lot of the other ones were like, no. I know Maddie was definitely a no. So what are you talking about? The bird said plural marriage is the best thing, but, you know, she's happy to see how happy the kids who haven't chosen it and had chosen monogamous marriage are. Imagine how happy some of the wives would have been, Mary, Christine, had they not been a part of plural marriage. Cody says, we found our soulmates in plural marriage. So when did they stop being his soulmates? Because as of now, he only really refers to Robin as his soulmate. Or did Christine say that Robin was his soulmate? Y'all let me know down below. Robin says, these guys decided to do the show before I even met them. Yeah, we know. And as I said, her cousin let you know. Because there's no way that you decided to randomly just drive 5 hours to see your cousin, even though you were supposedly broke, didn't even have gas money and living in a trailer. You were plotting on that family. She claims that she considered maybe not marrying him because she didn't want to go public. That's her story now, and she's sticking to it. But that's not what she said in the book. She never even mentioned that before in the book. But anything for Robin to look like the martyr that she is. Cody says that going public was like them jumping out of an airplane and with the country and the state threatening them, they just had to go to Vegas while they fought their fight. We get reminded of the times they were scared, some clips that we've seen over and over again over the years. And Cody says, you know, them stepping out here and then moving to Vegas is now him living in exile. It went from being his Plymouth Rock to now being his exile. Notice how that terminology changed and the convenience of it. Because it's exile now. Why? Because I think this is around the time that they're going to start talking about moving again, but I'm not sure because I as I said, I had checked out of all of this. So the subject of disciplining the kids comes up, and we get flashbacks of Mary yelling at the kids and Christine feeling like it was the inappropriate time. Robin says, if you're in an intense relationship with your sister wife and you go to discipline their children, that sometimes she may see that as you being hard on the children, despite you meaning well in relation to their child. And I said, okay, I see what you did there. That's in reference to Mary. Because Mary and Christine's issues came about because of the way that that Christine felt like Mary was being too hard on her kids, partially because of some of the things that like McKelty said. But I wish that they would talk about it. I feel like the network has done so much to hide certain things that it's time for them to be able to talk about it, because you've given us so many lies over the years. And at this point, we just want the truth. So Mary talks about how someone came up to her and told her that, you know, I just wish that you would actually be done with Cody. I was excited when I saw that you were divorced, and I thought that you had finally left. And I'm glad that you did your own thing. And I'm glad that you got away, just for her to have to tell a person like, I don't know what to say to you, but I'm still with Cody. As she's saying this, some of the women, the bird mainly, look puzzled and don't understand why somebody would say that. And I'm looking like, this man doesn't like her. Why are you so puzzled? Mary is asked why she said that she wasn't sure if she would be a polygamist when they were with a family in the park. If it wasn't for the religion. And I'm like, okay, that's an easy question because it's hard. So Mary says she wouldn't have never thought, you know, to do it if it wasn't for this religion. That the thought of it doesn't make sense in your mind, that you have to have experienced a testimony in order to live it, because your testimony is what gets you through the heavy times. And knowing her family and how she feels about them, that this is her family and she wouldn't change it. And I'm just like, what the hell? The way that this religion teaches these ladies that they're supposed to suffer and endure and keep sweet and be okay that their husband is sleeping with other women, and be okay with the fact that they're not supposed to be combative, and be okay with the fact that they're treated like nothing, and be okay with the fact that after they get a certain age that their husband gets another wife and procreates with her, and be okay with the fact that you have to rotate every night with this man, and be okay with the fact that even though you're married to this man, supposedly, and it's such a sacred ceremony that for years he hasn't touched you. But she's supposed to be okay with that. What the hell? They talk about what's going to happen if the bird croaks. They say that they want to supposedly stay together. We know that's a lie. Cody asks, would you miss me for a while? Or would you just go like, oh yeah, that's great being without him? The fact that you even have to ask that question shows how much you just need to be included in on something, and how you have to have people tell you that they're going to miss you. Cody says that the worst thing about being a polygamist is time and money. It's hard to meet all of the kids' needs. I don't think you were really worried about it, but okay. He says the best thing is the kids. Janelle says the worst thing is the time, but there's too many great things to count to just pinpoint one best thing. Janelle's a suck up. You could have said one best thing, girl. Like, come on. Come on. Robin says the worst thing is that it's survival of the fittest out there in the world right now. That doesn't have anything to do with you being polygamous, but I get it. maybe you should have said the worst thing is that all of our marriages aren't considered legal. And that the world doesn't condone a plural family. She said the best thing is that all 5 of them have this goal to raise amazing children. And that is because her main goal is to make sure that all 5 of them help her by giving her money to raise those children. Christine says the worst thing for me is that I still get jealous and I still compare. And I said, thank you, Christine, for telling the truth. I don't know why these people struggle sometimes with telling the truth, but I appreciate when Christine tells the truth. She says she still thinks that she has less than, and that she still, thinks that, these are things that she needs to work on. The best thing for her is that she has this relationship with these women. And I'm just like, okay, y'all really are on a race to see who can get the best approval from Cody with these statements. Because you sitting here saying that you have the relationship with these women, yet you don't halfway like Mary and you just started liking Robin. She says, I'm the mom and wife that I am because of these ladies. Mary says the worst part is not having time to work on some of her relationships. Mainly Cody, I would think. And the best part is that her family is patient and they're forgiving, and that, they show a lot of gratitude. And that was the end. Y'all tell me down below what you think. Sorry this is short, but you guys know I don't fluff it. I refuse. If you have not done so already, please like the video. It helps the channel. Also, go and check out some of my other content. I'm currently reviewing Bridgerton Season 2. After I'm done with Season 2, because at first I was trying to hurry up and finish it so I can start on Season 3, but I'm not going to rush it. After I'm done with Season 2, I will start with Season 3, which will give some of us time to watch it. I just recently put up a crime video on Sarah and Amina Saeed. It is a heartbreaking story about an honor killing, and I feel like the documentary is awesome. Even if you don't watch it, just click the link to the documentary. And I think the documentary is also on YouTube out there somewhere. Also, my book review, of course, where I'm reading the book, 50 Years in Polygamy. It's a really good book. I said it before, Lisa. Thank you so much for the recommendation. And that's all. Until next time.